Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a quick video, to go over some Olight stuff coming up. They have their sale for the month of February, and they sent me some stuff that will be in the sale, which is awesome. I don't have a ton of detail on it. They were kind enough to send this stuff out a little bit early for me so I could get the content recorded because I'm always like 10 days behind. So I don't have like details on every product and pricing, but I can show you the item and we can talk about it. And I think there's some cool stuff here. Yeah, some interesting stuff. So let's talk about the knife first. This is the OKnife Freeze 2. And this one's not like my style of knife. It is 154 cm and aluminum. That stuff's cool. Oh, the knife is over here. Sorry, I already had it out. Sorry. Is there a coin? Yep, there's a coin in here. So they always come with a coin if they're slightly more expensive of a knife. If it's like their bottom budget type knife from OKnife, I don't think you get the coin, but otherwise you do. So this is a flipper. It's a liner lock, aluminum scales, reversible clip. It has a little bit of jimping here and a little bit of jimping here. Detent is solid on this guy. Let me grab a cloth. And the action on this is really good. I mean, it's going to break in really nicely. Couple of gripes I have on it are the lock bar is a little bit thin. But you have good access, so it's not like a big deal, but it is a little bit thin, so sometimes it can feel a little bit sharp, if that makes sense. But honestly, it's not a big deal, but I wanted to point it out. The flipper tab's really good. There's a little bit of the Kaiser rattle if you listen on the close. Pet peeve of mine, not a big deal to most people, I think. 154 cm, black blade. I do wish it was more of a tumbled black, but it's fine. Ergos are pretty good on this. You're kind of locked into this one grip. You can go Friday night gas station grip like this if you need to. This is going to be for the flipper only guys. Like if you're a fan of, say, the Laconico Jasmine design from Kaiser, you know, stuff like that, that's flipper only, you'll like this one. I think it's well made. I think that it has a great detent. It's breaking in, just getting better as that coating breaks in. It's got a good look to it with the aluminum and that little bit of shadow boxing. It does have the budget clip, but I'd venture to guess this isn't going to cost more than, you know, 80, 100 bucks tops. And then, you know, obviously you probably get discount, all that stuff for the sale. So I'm sure it'll be a nice, affordable knife. Standoffs back there. I like this piece. It's not like something I would run out and buy personally, but if it's your kind of thing, it's really thin. Feels like a good grind. Really simple, just drop point blade. Very bug out like blade. And I just mean that in the sense that it's a basic drop point, right? You do have that big old logo there. Flipper, you can push button. And you can light switch. Either way works great. You can give it the old Dirk warning. Love watching him do this. He just hammers those flipper tabs, man. Really cool. Yeah. So that's the Freeze 2. Check it out. Then we have an interesting light. This one is the Olight Javelot or Javelot. Javelot? I don't know. Long range EDC flashlight, limited edition. So this orange, I guess, is the limited edition. You get 600 meters of throw. Max is 1,000 lumens. So this guy had to charge up. Just so you know, out of the box, it may not be able to do the 2 modes that it has. As far as I know, it has 2 modes. Comes with this cool little carry case. Or sorry, kind of sheath thing. There's a cord over here, obviously. All your normal stuff. You have to pull the little tab out, blah, blah, blah. And so it clicks in here. Has some good retention. So you got to pop it out. But it's not like hard. Right? I think it pops in on this kind of circle right here. That's what it seems like to me anyway. It's just a simple little belt pocket thing. Whatever you want to do with it. And then here's the light. This back part unscrews right here, and that's how you would get to the battery. There's one battery in there. I'll show you, actually. I'm sure some people are curious. There's one big boy battery in here, a 2040 mAh 3.6 volt. And it has an interesting switch. It kind of vibrates when you click it on. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not doing it now. Probably because I charged the battery. So that was warning me of the battery. Heads up, strobe warning, etc. There's going to be flashlights in this video, so please be aware. If you, your child, anybody has issues with epilepsy or, strobing lights, that kind of thing, that could happen. I could mess up and strobe, whatever, without warning. So please, right now, turn this off if you have issues with that. So basically what you do is you click down, and that'll give you a low mode. And then you can kind of do a semi-click, and that'll get you the high. So it's kind of like, let's see if I can get it. There you go. So you click down for on, and then kind of it's hard to, let me see if I can, there. You have to kind of like click down and choose your setting at the same time. Hard to explain, but if you're just doing it, you'll understand it, because I don't quite understand how I'm doing it, but I'm doing it. But this is meant for long range. You see how it has this really like bright dot right there? So what that means is that at long ranges or whatever, it's not flooding. This is not a flooding type light. That's why they're calling it a long range EDC flashlight. 600 feet of throw. I'm trying to explain this better, but it doesn't flood the area. It's more of a spotlighty type deal. I guess it does have some flood around it, but the point is to, be hitting that area right there. So, see if I can show you again. And there you see when I get it on high, it's definitely a bit brighter. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I want it to stay on. There we go. So, it is cool. I think it's going to be a specific light for a specific purpose for somebody. Maybe camping, something like that. This is the mini, so it's a smaller size. It kind of reminds me of the Marauder. That was the one I had in recently. I think that was that even called the Mini Marauder? It was freaking huge, though. But that kind of light, I think, is something you would take on like excursions type thing. If you're going on a hunting trip, big camping trip, stuff like that. I don't think this is the type of light that you keep around on your nightstand. I could be wrong. You guys tell me in the comments. I'm not a flashlight expert, so anybody who wants to fill me in on the main purpose for this, they're calling it an EDC light, but I would see it more in the role of like a camping trip, something like that. So definitely be curious to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Let me see if I can get this back in here. And I am not a camping type person, mainly because I'm a bitch and I can't sleep on anything but a bed. So that is good for you guys because I'll probably give this away. So stay tuned to my live streams if you're not. Subscribe to the channel, get those notifications because that's how you know when I'm going live, and you might get the chance to win some cool stuff because I'm always giving away stuff. So we did that, and then we also have two more things. So we have this. I didn't even open this because I've had a few i3T EOSs on the channel. The latest one I think was a carbon fiber one, which was really sweet. I gave that one to my buddy Zach. He's a local buddy. So this one has 108 lumens on high, 5 on low. We know the story. Triple A light. If you want, you could try 10440s in here. It does kind of improve the lumens at the risk of, obviously more power. So that's do at your own risk kind of thing there. But this is a cool piece, and this one has a, I don't know what you would call this pattern, but you guys take a look at that and tell me what that's called. And their flashlights are fantastic, especially these EDC ones. So that one's dropping. And then we have this interesting guy. And at first I was like, oh, a bike light? That's weird. But you know what? The more time I like kind of just was spending with this, the more I liked it. Now, I'm not a bike guy. I'm not a camper. I'm not a bike guy. Like, what do you do, Kev? I don't know. What do you want to do? The more time I spent with it, the more I really like this piece. So anyway, it comes kind of locked in here. So you kind of just do that, get it out. And then down here, you have a sort of base and a cord. So this one actually uses a USB-C and then it goes to a USB. And that is because there's no end here for a magnetic kind of charging port. So you can do that, and then this locks it, covers it for weatherproofing, essentially. And then you have this guy, right? And this is sort of a strap. At first I was like, is this going your, is this a watch? No, so this is to strap around your handlebars. So this is a bike light. Now you could probably think of other purposes for this, but you would strap this either, I guess, against your handlebars or your bike seat or something so that it's aiming either backwards or forwards, right? And then it kind of has this locking system. So what you do is you see these little notches right here, and then you see corresponding little cuts right here. So you put it in like this, and then twist, and you kind of hear it pop in. And then you can twist, it pops out, right? Same thing, back in, all right? And it's pretty crisp, pops in easy. And then you have this light on the front here, right? So you'd have it, let's say it's facing forward. You would hold down for 3 seconds because I have it locked. And then you can see the battery right here. So now it's on. And then again, strobe warning. Definitely going to be strobe this time. Turn off if you have issues, please. Hold down and it turns it off. So I just need to remember the settings because I've been dicking around. So that's a little bit brighter. So it was low, medium, high, and then strobe, warning, strobe right here. And then the next one is like an SOS, or what would you call this? You tell me. No, it's just a flasher. So that's just like, hey, my bike's, you know, watch out for me, right? It's a little bit less annoying. It's just letting you know. It's like a signal, sort of, I think. So I could see you hooking up this thing to the front of your handlebars and then using this to see, you know, on medium, high, whatever. And then I could also see you tying or hooking this to the back of your seat so that you could do this and have it be like, oh, you know, it's kind of like a reflector for people to see you, or do this as kind of like a beacon, like, hey, you know, I'm around, etc. So I think that's cool. It's simple in the fact that it just has those modes. It's really unique styling, in my opinion. I like the little, you know, lens right here and everything. It's interesting. Then you got the simple cap for charging right there. Again, that's a USB-C, which is nice. And then your specs on this guy are very low. You're not going to have like crazy lumens. 300 on high, 200 on medium, 100 on low, quick flash, 0 to 100, obviously, and then slow flash, 0 to 100. So they're just calling it quick and slow flash. Runtime, you will get 3 hours and 30 minutes on a full charge for high. That's pretty good. I mean, if you're biking, I know some dudes like my buddy Ev, Knife Ninja EDC, give him a follow. He does like 27 miles on his bike in one go. I don't know how long that takes, but I'm betting it doesn't take 11 hours if, you know, he needed to ride through the night. That would get you through a night, basically. From dusk till dawn, that would get you through. That's pretty cool. And you got 40 meters of throw. That should be enough. Here's your candela. I don't know exactly what that does or means, but there you go, guys. Pause and read if you want to. So I think it has plenty of juice for what you would need on a bike. You just need to be able to see where you're going, right? It doesn't need to be crazy. This is called the Wyvern, which is sort of a small dragon type thing, I believe, if I remember correctly from The Witcher 3, back when I played video games. But this is probably my favorite item they sent me. It's just unique and cool. I really like it. And no, I'm not a bike guy. I do have a bike. I don't know if this is going to make me get on it at night or anything, but I'll probably give this guy away as well. And no, I didn't break it. It pops on. It just sounds like a crisp click when it pops off, that's all. Which is good. So you know, right? So I'm going to hold this down and lock it. 3 seconds, we'll lock it. Right there, it's locked. So you can do that when you, you know, park your bike or do whatever. So again, to get it on here, not that you need to know this, just get those kind of wings in there. Oh. Turn it so it sits in there. Then I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to put the little cord inside of it. I'm going to tuck that in here. So I have to learn how to repackage stuff because I give it away a lot of times. So I try to send it the way it came. There we go. And then, oh yeah, I forgot. It comes with this stuff too. This is kind of corny, but you can pimp out your bike, I guess, with this stuff, which is interesting. I guess there's also a red one, maybe? There's red and blue, maybe? That's why it has those. There's a user manual and whatnot. Let me see if I can get this back in. No problem. Come on, baby. We can do it. We can do it. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Oh, come on. No, don't tease me. We almost had it. We almost had it. Come on, baby. Yes, do it, do it, do it. Yeah. Look at that. We did it, guys. Can I... Oh, no way. Do they really give you a way to reseal it? No way. That would be so cool. What? Look at that. They give you a resealer. Maybe they were supposed to do that. I don't know. No, because there's this. Interesting. Anyway, I resealed that one. Cool. So there you go, guys. That's it for this month's Olight sale for February. Check it out if you're interested. I gotta say, the last couple knives have been good. I wasn't a huge fan of the ones previously. I think the one before was the metal, and then there was a different OKnife before that. But the last two, the Rubato 3, that thing is fantastic, guys. And this one, really good. Not really up my alley, flipper only style. I did try to flick it, but it has that smooth PVD, so you can't really flick it off of that. But nice crisp pop. Let's try to fail it for you. Nope, no failing it. So good there. Yeah, definitely digging this guy. I love their green on their aluminum. It's really nice. So let me know what you guys think down below. If you're going to pick any of this stuff up, I'd appreciate it if you use my link down below. I also have a code, LeftyEDC for Olight. The last few months, you guys have gone ham on that code, and it's really been helpful for the channel. So if you're going to buy something over there, think about using the code. Obviously, you don't have to, but if you just follow the link, and even if you want to, you don't need the code because their, sale is better or whatever. I don't know if you can stack it. If you just follow the link, it still helps. Or the code or whatever, it'll still help. So, anyway, this is sick. Yeah, I'm really digging this knife. Man, I haven't loved the flipper like this. The last one that I really loved that was just flipper only is this Shank Knives Ally. Should I always say Ally? So, it does happen. I do like flipper-only knives occasionally. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.